Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Serpent Resurrection Talkthrough. There is not much left to check out in the palace overall. Just a couple rooms left to check out in the upper palace itself. The tower rooms located in the upper palace. And of course, the rooms which we couldn't access before in the middle and upper palace because of musical locks. And the lyre and sheet music will be the key to unlocking those doors. Alright. Check out what's in the room of this tower for this level. It's a penetrate scroll. Sell that for gold. Though, given the amount of gold that I have now, and how close I am to the end, gold really isn't all that huge a factor. I could not choose to sell the excess items, and I would still have enough gold to buy everything to prepare for Eidolon and beyond. If there's even a beyond. Of course, there is the matter of going back to the Chasm of Fire, and I'm sure there's going to be heavy opposition that isn't going to be too happy about us sending the Serpent Riders' hearts into the Chasm of Fire. There is a chance that the monsters will try to stop you from completely fulfilling the quest. That should be all of those blood imps and all the enemies for this map. For the moment, at least. Return back down to the middle palace. Get into the musically locked doors after unlocking it with the lyre and sheet music. Oh, still some enemies out there. Alright, this is where we use the lyre and sheet music at. And the door is unlocked. You will not be able to activate any of the musical locks in the palace if you do not have both the lyre and the sheet music from the upper palace. Now, it really doesn't matter which tower we go down. We are going down one of the towers, not through the great stairs. But there's yet another pair of doors which require the lyre and music sheet to unlock. We need to use it on the dragon mural near the said pair of doors. go down this way, checking the map. And I know there's some enemies still around. Oh, I'm going down the wrong way. Silly me. I want to get these guys out of the way. More Chaos Serpents. And since this will be the... I'm not sure if it's really going to be the final time, but I'm just going to get another one of this out as well. Chaos Serpent! Oh. Nice back attack there, Imp Warlord. I almost called him an Imp Lord. He's called an Imp Warlord, even though Serpent Resurrection calls him an Orc Warlord. He looks nothing like an Orc Warlord to me. He was and will always be an Imp Warlord to me. And as soon as you enter this room, or actually when you open up the doors to the room, you lose the lyre and the sheet music, because you really don't need them anymore for the rest of the game. And I'm quick saving now, because this is a nasty ambush that has been brought up. Death Knights, Saber Claws, and a Crystal Golem thrown into the mix. Of course, they get into infights pretty easily, as you can see here. Still one of them left in the map. Oh well. I'll kill him on the way if I run into him. Alright. Just a notice to everyone. I'm not gonna let you all watch me go all the way back to the throne room, so I'm gonna speed up the next part after I'm done buying stuff from the shops. Really doesn't matter how much of certain items that I buy. I might not be needing them all, to be honest, during the final fight with Eidolon. Deer Scroll, Creators of Might. And I don't know why I'm randomly switching around in my inventory, and I forgot to heal up a bit. Well, now I remembered. Now, time for the speed up part. Well, here we are, the throne room. And now, with the 3 idols in hand, it is time to place them into these sockets. Bronze idol, silver idol, gold idol. I should prepare before entering. Though we did that already, but that message pops up in case you forgot to prepare. Anyways, quick save, and let us enter and confront Eidolon.
Greetings, little one. I hope you like my palace.
Indeed I do, but of course that's not why I'm here.
So I've heard, and I have a little surprise for you.
Oh really? I'm not easily surprised.
You're gonna be the first to witness a new breed of enemy.
I'm not easily scared either.
That may be, but I'll leave you to it. Goodbye.
I wish Eidolon would just stay and fight, rather than have his cronies do the fighting for him. Anyways, this is a sorta invasion type dealy here. You're fighting against monsters in sets of 6. Each new set that spawns being a different type of enemy. They almost completely consists of the entire cast which you've encountered throughout the rest of Serpent Resurrection. But there is one catch to these versions. They cannot infight with each other, and their own projectiles cannot hurt each other, even if they're different species. And I'm going to reference the one log which Prothean wrote in his private chambers back at the Middle Palace. The one where he talks about creating a new breed of monster that cannot infight or hurt each other with their own projectiles, even if they're different species. This grand battle plan that Eidolon has up his sleeves is starting to unfold. So, you're gonna have to throw away any and all strategies involving monster infighting, because those will no longer work at this point. Whoa, that was too close. Some of the non-infightable or non-hurting each other monsters have different colors. The Disciples, Cultists, and Dark Bishops in particular have different color palettes, but they function identically the same as their regular infight and hurt each other friendly versions. It would be wise if you came into this fight with Craters of Might in your inventory, because you're not going to find any mana crystals scattered around to help you restore your mana. You have to bring your own mana with you into the fight. And why did I do that? I shot the Wraithverge in front of a shield of a Death Knight. And once all the foes are dead, the Right Eye Caldera pops up on the throne. But it's not over yet, because as soon as you pick up the eye, crystal golems rise out of the crystal floors. Though this encounter with the crystal golems in general is way easier than the previous encounters with the crystal golems in the rest of the palace itself. Lots of cover, and you could pretty much circle strafe around them all day without penalty. Once they're all dead, we can then open the way to where Eidolons run off to. But I'm gonna do some more preparations again, so speed up time again. Alright, now we're back. Now let us place the Eyes of Caldera in these slots. You can choose to fight Eidolon before Prothean, but you must defeat both to gain access to the final level of Serpent Resurrection. This must be where he's gone. It's another one of those ethereal travel portals. I better make sure I'm fully prepared before I enter. And that we are. So, let us go in for another ethereal travel! End of the line, everyone! We're at the final level of Serpent Resurrection. Or rather, final area. This is the Outer World. No relation to the worlds that Corvus had to wander through after Despairel cursed him in all the despair of the lost god. Oh shoot! I recommend saving after each jump, cause the way those horizontally moving platforms move, yeah, you have to move along with the platforms. You have to actually press forward on the keyboard to move along with the platforms. You don't get carried along with the platforms. Of course, this is more likely a limitation of G-Zadoom. So, I guess the blame goes to Graf Zal for not implementing 3D polyobs. Otherwise, the odd horizontal moving platforms could have been avoided. So yeah, this is the final area that we can visit in Serpent Resurrection. We've been through so much, but our quest is soon coming to an end. I thought I fudged up that jump there. As the notice said, after killing all the monsters in the throne room said, you don't need to use inventory items to restore your mana or health. Those will be supplied to you in this map. The 4 different types of mana crystals are clumped together, so if you already have full types of certain mana, then you won't pick up the entire cluster. I think this is better than having combined mana for the 4 different types together. Alright, now jump here and get ready to fight Eidolon. It's down to just you and me now, but it will be much tougher than you think. Here he is, everyone! The last Serpent Rider, Eidolon. And if you were expecting him to have his moveset from Hexen 2, you'll be mostly disappointed. I think only 1 or 2 moves of his made the transition from Hexen 2 to Serpent Resurrection. In this phase, he's using Phoenix Rod Blasts, and Mace Spheres, which split into smaller Mace Spheres. Don't bother leaping onto the pillars. He's gonna shake you off of them. Once Eidolon's health gets to 90, he changes his moves. One of them, which he just did now, where he charges after you and sends off several rings of pink fireballs. Pink or purple, not sure what their colors are. And he also sends out bigger, slower versions of the Hair Sharch's skull fireballs. And unlike the Hair Sharch's version, which they continue bouncing even after they hit the surface, Eidolons just blow up when they hit anything. Which is you, or the walls, or even other objects. Ow! And I got hit by one of his fireballs. I'm quick saving again. Let hell rain down from above! I highly recommend you have third-person mode active for this phase, so you can see where the fireballs are falling at least from anywhere not in first-person view. You can leech health off of him during this phase. He's motionless, so the only thing that can get you is the fireballs raining from above. Once enough damage is dealt to him, Eidolon teleports off elsewhere. And this is a good opportunity to restock on health and mana. And that was not a good jump. Try again. This area is the one time where having a high dexterity stat is very useful. It helps to conserve on the boots of jumping, which you may use in this entire map. Though mages will have no choice but to use boots of jumping more often because of their lower max dexterity stat. And that was a bad jump there. My hands are shaking a bit because I'm this far. Ooh boy. I'm sure if you were in my feet probably, you would be feeling this way too. I'm sure anyone would feel that way when they manage to get this far. Now it's time for Phase 2. Eidolon's attacks for this round are a sort of shockwave of projectiles and spiraling energy things. The spiraling energy things you'll have to strafe around. The shockwave one, you have to, I recommend leaning against one of the pillars, but not go on top of them. And Eidolon stays motionless for a while during the shockwave attack. Obviously, Eidolon will change his attacks when he gets to 60%. And now it's time for Phase 2. He now uses a rain of Dragon Claw spheres and trails of blue fire. If you keep moving, you should have no trouble evading these attacks. the blue fire trail leaving fireballs are perhaps the more threatening of the attacks. Though you could get caught off guard from the Dragon Claw Orb Rain too. By the way, I'm saying that one attack with the Dragon Claw Orbs, it has to do with the fact that those are the same orbs which come out from the Dragon Claw if you use its Tome of Power mode in Heretic. The time is now! Leave none standing! Phase 2. Now, we have to fight off nightmares. Though that's not the real reason. They keep respawning. The real objective for this phase is to kill off the nightmares that are red and drop arcane bombs when they die. You place these arcane bombs into the sockets inside each of the pillars. Each time an arcane bomb detonates, it deals 2% damage to Eidolon. You'll have to continue repeating this phase until all the pillars are destroyed. Be mindful of your mana, though. You may want to use mana batteries or Crater of Might if you're running low on mana. And for this part, I hope you brought some protection scrolls, cause one of Eidolon's attacks, which he has, after you destroy all the pillars, is so nasty. You'll see what attack it is when I get to it. Score another arcane bomb. Place the arcane bomb into that pillar. Score another one for Braxis. And last nightmare to kill before we don't need to kill anymore, because that's the last pillar we need to take out. Well, taking a while because these nightmares are in the way. Alright, that's it. Now Eidolon has his Flame Breath from Hexen 2, though it's using Iron Lich Firewall sprites. And of course, the nasty attack which I talked about. The one where he summons these nauseous gases. The same ones which your poison vials can use. Only difference is, Eidolon's linger forever, even after he's dead, or even after you leave the level. They will last forever, in whatever case. I was overemphasizing there. I'm sure you know what I mean. Those gas clouds remain there forever and are a huge nuisance, requiring you to off Eidolon in this phase, or in that phase, as quickly as possible before the entire arena is flooded with poison gas. And this is the last break time session in the map. Before we finally kill Eidolon. He's at his final 30% health for the battle. gotta be careful. I'm feeling a bit nervous. Both because of the level's design, and second, because of how far we are in this game at this point. Ooh boy, I feel real shaky at this point. I'm probably gonna screw up this jump several times before I make a successful one. Well, that wasn't a good jump. These jumps! I really wish those horizontal moving platforms moved horizontally properly. But that's pretty much impossible since of the whole no 3D polyop thing. Okay, it's pretty much telling me I need to use the boots of jumping again. And that was a dumb idea. I shouldn't have attempted to try that. I am not a fighter. Clerics should not attempt such risky jumps as those. Oh, my boots of jumping ran out there! That was a dumb jump. I'll get it. This is gonna be every speedrunner's worst nightmare. If they were to attempt to speedrun Serpent Resurrection. The jumps you have to make are pretty much worse than voids. You know, the Doomwad Void? This move is dangerous because Eidolon moves during the firing of that spiraling projectile move. See? It really hurts. That other move he's doing, you can easily avoid by moving around, and I got killed by Eidolon. Who's the first Serpent Rider to have the honor to kill me in this? Oh, he did it again! I'll crush you with my bare hands! Grant me swiftness to bat this impudent fool off my hands, or whatever he said. Now this part, you have to attack the orbs surrounding the arena. This'll slow him down to slow speed. He starts off really slow as a slug. But then he starts speeding up slowly, and then he gets too fast that, well, you won't be able to outrun him. You have to balance between attacking the orbs on the pillars and Eidolon himself. Otherwise, you're gonna get toasted by him. Enough! I'll crush the very ground you stand on! Final phase before his demise. Use all you've got! But keep in mind of the ground below you. He's almost done. Ugh! You may have defeated me, but my grand invasion plan will continue. My forces are on their way to your homeland right now, and soon your king and country will fall. Oh no, I better get moving right now. No time to waste. That motherfucker. Well, now we have to run our ass off back to Listern Harbor before it's too late. And we don't have time to waste. Lots of items are supplied on the way. See you back in Listern Harbor, Eidolon's minions! You bunches of motherfuckers! Arrgh! Even with the deaths of the Serpent Riders and Prothean, the one who resurrected them in the first place, the quest still has yet to be finished. But now a grave situation has come up. The Serpent Riders' grand battle plan goes to the next phase, as legions of monsters are heading for the Kingdom of Durenor. With little time to waste, Braxis must still cast the hearts of the Serpent Riders into the Chasm of Fire, and get back to the Thunder Child back at the eastern shore. Before Braxis's path, though, are legions of monsters who will stop at nothing to prevent Braxis from destroying the Serpent Riders permanently and escaping alive. The clock is ticking, Braxis. Go ahead dauntlessly. Make rapid progress. And it would also be wise to check back at Selene's monastery, in case he has returned from the Sky Sanctuary.